Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. A recent news article claimed that the cryptocurrency XRP had broken its downward trend after 777 days and was now poised for a 556% increase. Rally, yeah. People become discouraged by sideways and negative price activity, so this is one of those things that always seems impossible until it actually happens. Although I would still argue, XRP's price behavior for the majority of this year is not looking too horrible, and the rationale behind this is very obvious. Many investors, like myself, believe that if the SEC case against Ripple is resolved favorably, the price of XRP will surge. But listen, I don't try to predict the market. Perhaps I'm mistaken. Perhaps XRP's value will go to zero. I have no idea what to say. However, I'd want to offer the viewpoint of a prominent community analyst who has gained prominence recently and who is now approaching 90,000 Twitter followers. This is the person referred to in the aforementioned Crypto Basics post. And 576% may seem like a lot for such a speedy transition, but we all know where it leads. I certainly am not one to whine. That's not far off from the record high point. And as I've mentioned many times before, it bears repeating, XRP cannot continue to trade in the extremely volatile range in which it has been for the past 5 years. Either it will go to a new record high, or it will go to zero. This seems like a binary choice to me. One of those two scenarios is definitely going to occur in my opinion. Considering XRP's rising popularity, it should come as no surprise that I'm placing my money on that currency. But before we go any further, let me make one thing crystal clear. I come from a completely monetary free background. Nothing I say or write should be taken as recommendations to purchase or sell any security. Just a hobbyist here that occasionally posts films to YouTube on various crypto-related topics. Bitcoin, despite being a bit below $27,000, was actually briefly above $27,000. As I record this video excerpt, and Litecoin, which is trading at 49 cents as I do so, has seen some good price activity for much of the last 24 hours. Again, Bitcoin now accounts for 48.13% of the asset class's market valuation, which is just shy of $1.1 trillion. The neutral score on the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency fear/greed index is 49. So, pardon me, but it's been pretty much the same for the last couple of days, too. Let's delve in since I don't find the possibility of this happening in the future to be completely out there. If this man is accurate, though, and his assumptions are valid in the short term, we're going to be seeing some really large changes for XRP here, which is both interesting and exciting. Anyway, the article goes like this. XRP's weekly close of 11% was enough to propel it over a downward trend. Since April 2002, trading has been below 21, laying the groundwork for a 576% surge. Also, just to be crystal clear, and it is mentioned in the text, but you are referring to the present price level. You mentioned XRP's price increase from the 49.50 cent range to the $3.30 level. Actually, I haven't watched it yet. I don't think it's been that high since the beginning of 2018 at the earliest. And you can thank the SEC for it. I have faith that the serenity will last. According to Dark Defender, XRP has broken above the long-term downward trend line it had been stuck in since the price dropped from its April 2021 high of 1.96 cents. This breakout was originally noticed by a notable analyst. XRP is preparing for a 576% surge to $3.30. For as long as 777 days, this downtrend has been in effect, a Dark Defender noted, acting as a ceiling on any XRP price recovery. On April 12, 2020, a reversal began, marking the start of the current decline. And so, sure, my friends, it simply is what it is to invest, and this is why I'm so hands-off once I buy something. I just don't do anything. The reason for this is that the vast majority of investing consists of either sideways trade or sideways market action. In light of this, whenever I make a purchase, I do so with the full knowledge that its value will inevitably decrease, at least temporarily. And I get that switching jobs frequently is a dangerous game to play. So, I resort to writing it down. This analyst claims that the current upswing is the first to reverse course in 777 days. The person is basically saying that. So, whether he's right or wrong, and let's hope he is, that's the kind of tenacity you need to succeed as an investor. Also, in case you were wondering what I meant when I mentioned that the value of anything you buy will almost certainly decrease over time, here's an example. When you give it some thought, you'll realize that this is so blatantly accurate because only a tiny fraction of people or investors ever buy at the bottom simply because it's there. This phenomenon will quickly fade away, like a blip on the screen. Sadly, its duration is brief. To top it all off, buying the actual bottom is a complete fluke unless you're one of the lucky few. It's that uncommon. This happened by pure chance. Since it's impossible to predict when prices will drop, it's more probable that you won't be buying during the brief period of time when they're at their highest. Even if the asset you invest in loses value relative to what you first paid for it, that doesn't guarantee the value will remain negative indefinitely or that it will eventually become worthless. However, that is a concept that many people struggle to grasp. Simply said, they start feeling all the feels, and that's when things turn terrifying. What I paid for it has already been depreciated. I don't see how you can make it. And in the meantime, I was down on my investment in XRP or around break even for the first couple years that I was in XP in particular. What you said it was. And my response was, well, yeah, but I get it. The whole time I was following along. I mean, I just didn't worry about not being able to buy pants. And it's worth considerably more now. Even if the SEC has artificially depressed the price of XRP, my investment in it has already returned several times my initial outlay. That's how things generally go down. Also, I'm really patient. Anyway, the truce holds. Notably, in September of that year, XRP tried to break above it, but the resistance stopped it. In November of 2021, they tried again, but ran against even more resistance. After that, XRP made no attempts to break above the downtrend in 2022 and continued to trade below it. In March of this year, during XRP's solo run that saw it reach a high of 58 cents, the asset once again attempted a breakout. But even this failed, as XRP's price eventually fell below the previous record high. When it hit 58 cents a few months ago, it wasn't a huge shock that the price didn't continue to grow. Even the blockchain was talking backwards, and he was warning everyone. Although I don't believe XRP went quite that low, he says, hey, you know, it's even possible you could see $30 or $40 XRP. However, that is beside the issue. The fact that it fell was the warning he was trying to convey. That's exactly right. There is no warning that something is wrong because of it. There are no good or bad markets, guy. It may be nothing at all. It's only that nothing rises in an unbroken line forever. The beast keeps going. The most recent effort was made in the final week of May, when XRP finished the week with a remarkable 11.18% increase. The effort was fruitful, as XRP managed to break out of the downward trend. Despite recent price fluctuations in XRP, the asset has maintained to trade above it, with Dark Defender highlighting that the asset is currently forming the cup pattern on the weekly charts. A bullish chart pattern, a cup pattern, can be recognized by its rounded bottom. After a breakout, there is typically an upward tendency. Dr. Fender warned that even now, XRP's value might fall to 40 cents. He reassured, however, that this would not derail the expected upward trend in prices. The analyst predicts that 89 cents will serve as initial resistance for the upcoming XRP rise. This, he took note of. Let me add this, too, these hopes and dreams lie beyond the scope of the Ripple case conclusion. I can't recall ever hearing him mention that as a consideration. Here, he is merely engaging in chart analysis, which he does so well that I can't help but think of it as something more. That's why I'm wondering, assuming he's right and there's no way to know for sure, what would it look like if the crypto market as a whole and the SEC versus Ripple case news both turned out positively for XRP? That might have an absurdly optimistic outcome. And that is what has me wondering. I can't say. What transpires, transpires. The ceasefire holds, but he did say that the asset would use its current strength to propel itself to the $1.73 mark. Then, XRP would get ready for a final leap to $3.30. The present value of XRP is 1 cent, thus a price of $3.30 would be a 576% rise. This upward trend, as predicted by Dark Defender, will begin in August. He's right, though, in that timing is tricky to master. It's an if, yet again. I wanted to emphasize this point though. He has established a solid reputation in the area. Almost 90,000 devotees. This is being covered by crypto media. So, I can't say for sure whether or not he's correct. Although I make no claims to being a chart expert, I do enjoy learning about them. I mean, I've already put money on this game. I'm not arguing that this guy's prediction is a train wreck, I'm just stating that even if he's completely wrong, I'm still confident that XRP will be worth a lot in the future. That's how I feel really strongly about it right now. Definitely not anything. That makes sense to me. Could be wrong, I keep saying. Drops to zero. Fine. Fine. But, I think. Wait long enough. One of those things is going to happen, and when it does, everything will fall into place, just like I said they would at the beginning of the video. It either reaches zero or a new record high is set. There comes a moment where it can no longer float aimlessly for centuries. Stay inside the same ballpark as it has for the past 5 years. That won't be happening. You have the wrong concept. Obviously, that's not going to occur. It's thrilling to be present at this moment. We're on the cusp of an amazing future. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting what I'm seeing. So, this place will tell. Moreover, this is something that should be mentioned as well. Some large financial institutions are investing in XRP. Once more, wagers are being made. So, consider this daily HODL headline. Polygon, XRP, and Cardano check out institutional flows following major altcoin price drop, CoinShares. For the 9th week in a row, crypto markets have seen outflows, but according to the latest digital asset fund flows weekly report from CoinShares, institutional investors are looking at altcoins. Institutional investors sold off $5.1 million worth of cryptocurrency last week, according to CoinShares, which is much less than the average weekly sell-off over the prior 8 weeks. And I don't need to read the full article to prove my argument, so let me just move down a little further. Let's begin. CoinShares claims that the recent declines in altcoin prices have caused institutional investors to shift their focus to XRP, Cardano, and Polygon. Also, every single one of those is a coin. Polygon may very well be one of the coins that the SEC is investigating. Cardano, indeed, it is. So, have a look at this citation. The previous week's plunge in altcoin prices spurred investors to increase holdings by US $2.4 million, with XRP accounting for all of those funds. With yet another price drop occurring. In my opinion, the money being wagered is not the dumb money because it is being wagered by institutions. As a rule of thumb, that's not the naive kind of capital. This dumb money refers to the average retail speculator. It's easy to see why I only half-jokingly refer to retail speculators as useful idiots. They've suddenly acquired the extraordinary capacity to do exactly the wrong thing, and they consistently make awful decisions on their own behalf. So then I do the exact opposite. Well, that settles it. We're all grown-ups here. Everyone here is an adult. I may be completely wrong. Perhaps they have a point here. Well, I seriously doubt it, but we'll see. In a word, it's good news. This actually made me laugh out loud. I'd like to hear your thoughts, but I need to end this. No, I don't give out financial advice. Nothing I say or write should be used as a basis for making financial decisions. Please like if you enjoyed it and subscribe as always. See you later, bye.